Good morning, everybody. Listen, today is Friday, the 21st. So today I'd love to talk about taking a different approach to your potential, not just job search, maybe career search. Dare I go so far as to say life search. All right, so today we're not going to focus on LinkedIn. We're not talking about Indeed. We're not talking about ZipRecruiter. We're not talking about whatever else is out there. What I wanted to challenge you all to think about is, here's a cliched statement you've never heard before. Let's think outside the box. Okay, but legitimately, try to take one day a week from your job search. Get off the job sites and think differently. Now listen, if you're a project manager and you're interpreting my statement of think differently as, maybe I'll try to be a customer success manager. No. That's not what I'm talking about. Get outside corporate America for just one day a week. Think to yourself, okay, what would I do if I had the choice? Because frankly, I understand we all, or the majority of us, we have bills, we have car payments, we have food, we have car insurance, we have mortgage and or rent or gas payment. You fill up your tank with gas to get to an office. I get it. I genuinely do. And if you have to take a corporate job, like probably 9 out of 10 people, to satisfy those bills, there's nothing wrong with that. I promise you, I think the majority, I know it's a sweeping statement I have with no statistics, but I think that the majority of people just do it because life is expensive, right? Unless you were born wealthy and you don't have to work, most of us have to get a job, right? And just do it. And there's nothing wrong with that because you're providing money for your spouse, your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever the term is. You're giving money to the house to be able to enable it to keep going forward as a small business. You're making sure there's groceries in the fridge and the cabinet for your kids. So you know what? Even if you hate your job, which I'm sure a lot of people do, give yourself some praise that, you know what? I don't like this, but I'm doing it and it's for the benefit of the people in my life. And if you do get a chance to do something different that's outside of corporate America, I want that for you so bad. I wish you the best. And shit, if you need help with anything, I'm not even joking. Just ask me. Like, hey, I need some help with this, or I need some ideas. Can I bounce some thoughts off you? Shit, man, send it over. Let's do it. You know what I mean? All right, so when I say think outside the box, I'm thinking about a small business. And if this is something you think you can do on the weekends, or maybe something you can work on from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, or 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, once everyone's in bed, right? House is cleaned up, dishes are in the dishwasher, kids have been scrubbed up and they're in bed after the bath and the stories, bedtime stories. You may only have that 10 to 11 o'clock p.m. before you're super tired and you have to get up for work in the morning or whatever you need to do. So you have to take that time. You have to be a little bit strict with yourself. Put down the phone. Stop checking out the Reddits, which I'm definitely guilty of, and get down to business. So let's talk about and some ideas or just some thoughts on it. If many of you, like me, think, well, I have no idea where to start. What would I even do to come up with any sort of small business? And listen, it could be selling a physical product or reselling a physical product. It could be some physical service. It could be an online service that's strictly digital based, no actual service. When I say physical service, I mean a cleaning, right? A cleaning service, chimney sweep, driveway power wash, whatever. That's what I mean when I say physical service. So a good place to start is think about your everyday or your weekly life. Right? What do? You get up, you eat, you make coffee, you kiss the kids before they go to school, you give them a hug, or maybe you drop them off, you come back, and then you sit down on your desktop or laptop, and then or your iPad, whatever, your stone tablet and chisel like the Flintstones, right? If you go that far back, whatever you're doing. Think, what did you do the prior week? Is there anything that's a real pain in the ass that you would love, you would love there to be a solution for? And And again, I can't tell you what that is because I'm not you. So you have to really think about it. What did I do this whole week? What's my routine? Can any of those things I do every single week, can that be automated? Can it be easier? What I found, again, just from doing a bit of research, people love to have their time back, right? People will pay to have something that gives them time back, that makes their lives easier. So the smallest stupid example is you have a coffee subscription where you don't have to go to the further grocery store because you like a particular blend of coffee, or you like coffee that comes from Peru instead of Colombia or Bolivia. So you found a coffee subscription. It shows up once every 2 weeks, and that saves you 25 to 30 minutes of driving back and forth to the store, walking through the aisles, going to the self-checkout, and playing games. You know what? Huge time saver. And I know there's probably a dozen or so of those services out there. Very similar to coffee, you can get anything delivered now. And frankly, would I pay for it? Hell yeah. I don't feel like driving and playing games in local traffic and getting stuck behind a school bus at 3 p.m. just because I want some damn coffee, all right? So that's just the super small, simple example. Think about what in your life that you or your friends or that you know people are doing, and maybe listen sometimes when you're talking with your friends. If someone's constantly complaining about them having to do this, right? Think to yourself, okay, could I make that easier for them? And it's not just going to be that one person you're helping. You could be potentially helping tens of thousands of people. And when I mean people, I mean potential customers. So that's what I mean when I say think outside the box. And again, if you're stuck for ideas, look to yourself first and think, man, I have to do this every single week and it's a real pain. Is there any way to make this easier? That's really inspiration, I think, for a lot of companies and businesses. And if you can translate that to corporate America or your typical environment, that's how software companies were started, where someone thought, I really need a solution that does this, that automates these 5 steps for me, because right now I have to digest this file, I have to process it, reformat it, normalize it, push it up to here, get it recategorified. That's the technical term, by the way. Don't test me on that. And then push it up to this other location. That's how software companies and plugins and solutions are discovered and created, because someone had a need and they figure out a way to satisfy that need from software. Again, it doesn't have to be limited to software, but if you figure out a software solution, go, figure it out, go for it. Something else I wanted to say, your first idea may not be a home run. It might be a foul ball. You might foul it off the bat, hit the catcher in the face behind you. That's okay. Just think to yourself, you know what? I'm on the right track here. This is a good start. So first start with yourself, and then expand that circle out of, could I make something easier for a whole group of people? Can I make it easier for a neighborhood of people? Can I make this easier for a town of people? Can I make this easier for a whole county of people? So take that approach of starting really, really close to yourself. Think what you do, think how you can automate something or make it easier first for yourself, and then try to widen that circle, expand it. Can I make, would anyone, sorry, I'm just getting a little hopped up on coffee here, but I'm not editing because you know what? This is me, this is real. I got 1,000 thoughts a minute and I'm just trying to get them out. So we're rolling with it. Think something you do on the computer every day. Like, man, this is always such a pain. I have to go to this site, and then I gotta try to do this, and then I gotta do here, and then I gotta move over to here. If you can find something that automates your everyday action, chances are maybe someone else has to do it. Chances are if there's 2 people, maybe it's a larger audience. And again, you could also use social media and just put out a feeler without giving too much away, because I understand no one wants to give their potential million or plus, right? Hopefully, idea away for free. But maybe just throw a feeler out there in the form of, hey, does anyone else find doing this all the time an absolute pain? And then someone might say, yeah, you know what? This is such a pain. I really can't stand doing this all the time. And then you might think, okay, maybe there is a need for it. So take something that you find to be a pain. See if you can apply a solution to it. And hey everybody, this is a quick break. This is not technically a commercial or an ad in the YouTube video. This is just me inserting a quick little video. I'm going to try my best to nail this quick. This is my website, derivestyles.shop. I'm a big car guy, so I've created a website. We sell t-shirts, long sleeve tees, crew necks, hoodies, laptop cases, and some phone cases. So if you have a chance, go ahead, check it out. See if there's anything you like. I would definitely appreciate the heck out of it. Again, derivestyles.shop. And again, maybe you're out driving, going to the grocery store or the DMV, or you're picking the kids up from school. If you look around and you see things, being in this state of mind of constantly being aware of things that could be cumbersome for people and being open to crafting solutions, you may actually have an idea just going to pick up some milk. You might go to CVS 10 minutes away, and all of a sudden you look on the side of the road and people are doing something and you think, you know what? Why do they do it? That looks so difficult. Why didn't they just, if they had a specialized tool to do that, that would be so much easier. Well, shit, look at that. You may have just come up with a new idea, a product, a new type of shovel. I don't know. I'm just trying to think out loud and help you guys and gals, right? So that's what I mean when I say think outside the box. Now, I realize you may not have the luxury to take 6 months and try to develop some new product or idea full time. Again, I understand. Get your job, get that steady paycheck coming in, but you will not change your life. You will not change your thinking if you do not dedicate time to this project or to researching a way towards a different life. If you go to bed every night with your phone in front of your face and you're scrolling TikToks, you're scrolling Reddit, you're scrolling YouTube shorts. Hey, listen, that's great, but maybe make that your reward in the middle of the day. You started up in the morning, you did a bunch of productive things, you job search, you changed resumes, you wrote new cover letters, you applied to a ton of jobs. Hey, you know what? Take a little break, go turn your brain off for 10, 15 minutes, have a little snack, then go back and hit it hard again, okay? Let that little hit of dopamine from the social medias, let that be your reward for getting things done and being productive. Don't make it the way you close your night, because honestly, and I'm sure so many people do it, and I'm guilty of it a lot of times, and I have to really force myself to physically take the phone and put it face down and go do something. Or I will take it and leave it in another room and just walk away. You aren't going to think of a way to improve your life if you just have the same routine. And I know that's the hardest thing to do because it's human nature. We like what's comfortable. We like what we know. And trust me, whoo boy, no one has a more difficult time of breaking a habit than me. Maybe you feel the same. Throw it in the comments. Let me know. What's everyone's bedtime routine? Me, I like to get under the covers and I check the news on Reddit because, and I'm going to probably rationalize this to myself, right? At least it's news. It's actual real information that's gone on in the world today. So I know what's happened in the world today. But again, it's still social media. It's still scrolling on my phone. It's still looking at a little screen that's a few inches from my face before bed. So is it the best thing to do? Absolutely not. So I need to be better. You need to be better. Otherwise, all of us collectively, we are not going to improve our situation. And it is one of the hardest things to do because your brain is wired to want to do things that are easy. I've seen that 1,000 times from 1,000 different people, 1,000 different channels, and 1,000 different shorts. So if you aren't going to believe them, maybe you'll believe me. So I'm going to say it again. Your brain is wired to want to do things that are easy. You have to be strong and say to yourself, listen, if you talk out loud to yourself like I do during the day, shit, that's fine. I talk out loud with other people in the room. I don't really care. You have to tell yourself, all right, it's time to get serious. Take your phone, throw it on the couch, get it away from you, and get focused, okay? Now, whatever you need to do for motivation, cut out a picture of a car that you like, cut out a picture of a house, cut out a picture of a fancy pair of shoes, or cut out a picture of a hotel that's maybe in the Caribbean that you'd like to save up for and make money to be able to get over to that place and enjoy that vacation. I don't care, whatever it is, whatever your motivation is, I don't really care, it's up to you. Whether it's material items or not, okay? Maybe it's a retirement home in Costa Rica, I don't care. Print it out, stick it on your wall in front of you, so every day you're looking at it. That's your reminder, okay? Trust me, folks, it's hard. My screens keep going to sleep, that's why it gets a little dark. There we go. That's the most difficult thing in the world, I think, is to break your bad or break your regular habits. And it's not just scrolling social media. If you get up in the morning and for the past 2 years and you start your day with a Mountain Dew, okay, listen, it's not the greatest thing. That's another habit. You have to tell yourself, I probably should have something different. Let me try something different. So maybe 1 day a week you have something different, maybe 2 days a week, maybe 3 days a week. And before you know it, you phased out that bad habit. I think people fail to change their habits because they try to go, pardon me there, I think they try to go cold turkey. All of a sudden it's like, okay, I'm gonna stop having ice cream at night before bed. But you're so used to it, and your brain and your stomach are like, give me that yummy, yummy ice cream. And then all of a sudden, stopping it, dead, then your brain and your stomach are like, whoa, what is going on here? Where is my Ben and Jerry's? You give it to me now. So, taper. It's just like medications, folks. You don't just stop taking a prescription on a Tuesday and think you're going to be okay for the next few days. You have to taper. So try to phase out of the bad habits, and that will lead you to be able to create new ones, better ones. Again, if you'd like to check out your social medias, great, do it during lunchtime. That's your reward for working from 8:30 to 12:30 on a new job. Sending applications, checking out new stuff, hitting up your contacts on LinkedIn, whatever you're doing over there, okay? Then your little reward is you get a little hit of dopamine. Ooh, that felt good. Get your Monster Energy Zero Ultra, kick it into high gear for the afternoon. Listen, whatever you do, I don't care. Then get to it. And so because you've had that little dopamine hit, you've had some exposure to social media, you may find yourself not needing it as much before laying in bed. And you might think to yourself, well, what should I do before I actually fall asleep? And laying in bed, look at the ceiling. I know, I get it. Reading for me has been a great habit. I struggle to find books that capture my attention. Maybe if you're like me, you have a really short attention span. Mine's like a squirrel, unfortunately. So I really need something. I struggle to find books that capture my attention. But if you can find something that captures your attention, I don't care if it's reading. I don't care if it's coloring. And genuinely, you might think as an adult, finding a coloring book is for children. I will tell you, it is really relaxing and rewarding to just sit there and you're not thinking of anything, but just staying within the lines. And you know what? If you don't want to stay in the lines, shit, that's fine too. So try to find anything to do. I don't care if you want to crochet. I think, you know what's really fun? I love those Lego kits that you can put together. And it doesn't have to be the Millennium Falcon that's 4 feet by 4 feet. That's $2,000. You could find those. You can find used ones online that people have for a while and they dismantle and they put it in a Ziploc bag and they sell it. But just find something to do instead of laying in bed with the phone in front of your face, because I'm sure we're all guilty of that. Well, all right, I said I'm sure, and I kind of have a blanket statement. I'll retract that so everyone doesn't get angry. But I think a fair amount of people may do that before bed. I'm including myself. Okay, so I think today I'm going to cut it there. But listen, I want to see progress from you. I want comments, please. Okay, the channel I've just recently launched is The Search for Purpose. Check it out. I'm documenting my legit job search, my efforts to land a new job. And I'll curse, I'll swear, I'll get angry, I'll be frustrated. But again, take this journey with me, and you could put me on in the background while you're doing your job search. Maybe you get some giggles out of it. Maybe you gain some insight. Shit, that's the best I could hope for, right? If I help one person, cool. If I help 5 people, awesome. If I help 10 to 20 people, shit, okay. That's better than me doing nothing. So this is what I'm trying to do, help everybody out. So give me some comments, check out the channel. Would really appreciate it. I'm posting some shorts too. I'm chopping up my long videos into YouTube Shorts, just with some highlights. So again, really appreciate it. Share your job woes, comment anything. I don't care, whatever it is. If you want to make a funny ass comment about me, I don't care, that's fine. I can take it, I'm a good sport. So listen folks, enjoy the weekend, have a productive day. Don't be hard on yourself, take the small wins. You will get through this, I will get through it, and then we'll celebrate together and the world will be all right. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Love you bastards, see you soon.